YouTubers? This is Preach Riley back with another Madden 25 gameplay, and I got my Denver Broncos versus their nemesis, the New England Patriots. And my opponent is coming out with a nice onside kick. So whether he meant to do this or not, maybe it's one of those things where he didn't click anything, computer chose to play for him. Who knows? Did the kick for him? I don't know. I was actually in the other room and I just heard that he was doing an onside. I was like, okay, we're going to start like this. So I definitely want to make sure I take advantage of my first possession and get a score, just in case he did do the onside on purpose, and that is going to be one of those games. I definitely want to maximize each possession that I have. Although really that is something that you should always do, but it is not something that I do always do. Sometimes, whether it's being trying different things or whatever the reason, I seem to take some drives off where I'm not quite as serious as others. But hopefully I can change that as I go along, so I can be more competitive, because certainly that can come back to hurt you later on. So we're having trouble getting in. We try a little screen pass and it doesn't quite make it there. So we do what everybody does within the 1 yard line. We do a quarterback sneak. That's my first one. We got it to go in. And then he comes after my onside kick. So I'm thinking, oh boy, okay. It's going to be one of them. It's going to be one of them games. Not too bad of a return right there, actually, for who had the ball. And I thought I had that bottled up. Thankfully he at least didn't get more than 5 yards, but I was hoping that was going to get a loss right there, and boom, get him to get a fumble, trying to break all those tackles, so ended up costing him. And now we're going to kind of try to control the ball. One thing I like about Ball, he may not be the fastest person in the world, but he got high carry. So, not to say he won't fumble. You put him against the 49ers or something like that, he's still going to fumble. But, he does pretty well. So, we come to this play. One of my favorite plays, go-to play, gets everybody. I haven't played anybody that the play hasn't torched yet at least once. And so, thanks to Route Combo for that. That's a free tip on his channel. Go check him out. And so, we're at 14-0. Felt pretty good. And we do a little bit better job on the coverage right there. But now he's going to start putting together a nice little drive here. And the one thing about the Patriots this game, I don't know if they always play this way, but they were hanging on to the ball, let me tell you. Now right here, you see me kind of stop. I was actually trying to let him pass, and then I was going to dive at his ankles. Unfortunately, that did not work out for him. But it is what it is. Try different things. It's hard to stop whenever you got someone going like that. And right there, oh my goodness, I could have kicked myself so hard. I was even thinking I should slide up or I should probably slide, and I was like, no, it's Decker, man. Decker's pretty good with the ball, and I'm not too afraid of these pats. And then boom. So, you know what, guys? Just always slide. When doubt, slide. No reason to risk turning the ball over. Unless you just have a really fast person and you're confident that you can avoid the hit altogether, just slide. It's a much better bet. We did not. We had a chance to go up 21-7, and instead he got the chance to drive down and tie it. And look at these guys hanging on to these balls. A lot of these balls, other people will drop, getting hit as they catch it. People draping all over them. And it's all the receivers. It's not like it's just Gronk or something like that, but it seems like it's all of them. And like that one right there. That's Ayers. That's a defensive lineman hitting him as he caught that ball with someone draping on his back. So, a little discouraging, only because of the fact that so often, on Madden 25, receivers do drop it when somebody is on them like that. So, but that's all right. We have to persevere. And nice job by him right here, with a run with a slower guy, getting some nice yards off that. That dude was big. The arm we drop a pick. But yeah, stiff arm. That seemed like that was a six yard stiff arm. He had that way out there. So I dropped an easy pick right there. So remember that EA kind of owes me a drop pick from my opponent if it's going to be equal. And right here, boom, we finally get a drop from a big hit as he catches the ball. I left that well open all game long, and I can't tell you why, guys. I really can't. I mean, I know how to cover that, and in the ebook, well, because the ebook teaches me, and tips on YouTube. I mean, I learned from others exactly how to handle the bunch situation. I just wasn't doing it this game for whatever reason. I don't know. I wasn't choosing the plays or anything like that handled the bunch situation the easiest. So, definitely probably made it harder on myself by not doing so. So he comes out again. This time we get much better coverage on him, and we're gonna make him drive down the field. Hopefully we can get some stops. And man, that would have been sweet if I could have got in there with big number 94 and picked that off. And here it starts in that I start lagging on defense. Each time on defense I start lagging, and look, I just whiffed. Now I don't have the best users, but I have to say that even I, if it wasn't lagging that bad, could tackle Tom Brady, whether it be on the game or in real life. I mean, come on, it's Tom Brady. But so discouraging there, and I was gonna come up to pick that, be more aggressive, but it was lagging so hard I didn't dare come up too far and then be stuck down there and not be able to recover if he just waited on it. So lag is definitely hurting me right here, and it seems like there's a number of times that as soon as I'm on defense that the lag picks up, which is kind of bizarre. But here we go. He's going to start coming down the field again. And we're always pretty close. We're always pretty close to making a play or to get, oh, I can't believe he got the quarterback sneak in from that far out. That was discouraging. And then once again from the 2-yard line, boom! Vickerson, big hit on Brady. Launches him up in the air, but Brady hangs onto the ball. I mean, come on. So we get basically a 40-yard penalty here instead of being way down there where we go all the way back to our 38, excuse me. And so definitely a big penalty there. So this game is frustrating so far, from the way it started, and just some of the little things. I'm a little frustrated, but you can't worry about it. I go to route combo play, and boom, bada bing, ala bing, ala bam, touchdown, Thomas. And here we're going to go to a super quick pass, and his run coming down just bullies over Manning, and I hear him chuckle in the background. You can hear him laughing, which, okay, all right, Mr. Opponent. You know what? But he's still hanging on these balls. A Nacho dude, he has some pretty good power, so it's not like super high, but high 80s, 88 or something like that. But I would think that he'll be able to dislodge a ball as he hits him. But, hopefully later on, look, we just can't get a drop pass, guys. But we got to stay in here. Stay patient, not to get frustrated, because definitely if I do get frustrated, it's all over. Once again, quarterback sneak from the 2. And look, he goes straight up in there, comes down at the 1, and they give it to him. I'm like, oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. I was so confident that was a stop. It would have been 28-28. And it just seems like, one of those games where you're fighting against EA and the person. So the tight end definitely would have been the safer pass on that. But I was looking at that out route. But so what can you do? So we definitely need a score. And I did not mean to put that guy on a streak, but it worked out that play. So thankfully he did hold on. And Bull, look at Bull getting big. Get out my way, son. I got a touchdown to score. We're on a mission. This time I do get enough time to get off that quick pass and get us a 2-pointer, and now we're up 6. But that's as long as he kicks an extra point, he's still going to win the game if he's able to milk clock and come down. But we got a little something reserved for him. We got a little something special for him. You're going to see it coming up here in just a second. Boom! Get him. get that drop. And here it is. Miller on the press, but they drops back. I had been blitzing with him. Check it out. He goes for that tight end once again, but I'm sorry, not this time. So, he wasn't too happy about that. I couldn't make out what he was saying, but I could tell he wasn't too happy about that. But I sure was. I was happy. We're doing a little dance. We're doing a little dive. We're going to milk the clock. Yeah. We're going to milk the clock. So we just have to not get a fumble, not get a pick, and look at this. I thought that was a touchdown. Now maybe you guys can help me out, but that's his pick. Remember I had a drop pick earlier? He has a drop pick, so EA, thank you, we're even. But yeah, maybe you guys can help me out because I'm having a huge problem with lob streaks. I know in the game versus the Eagles that the guy was torching me with Jackson, but it seems like no matter if I have a step or not, my quarterback is always underthrowing it. It doesn't matter who my quarterback is. It can be Manning, it can be Johnson, it can be whoever. It seems like they're never throwing it out in front like they did in 13 for me. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I just hold up on the left joystick and do a lob pass. But if you guys can help me out on that, there's a better way to lead your receiver out on a streak, that would be great. So, this is clutch time, 3rd and 11. We get the first down, but an offensive interference. So that really makes it tough. 3rd and 21. And we're going to route combos play right there. Well, all of my route combos plays. His ebook, him and Matt Hatter. But the one they posted, free tip, big first down. And I know he was frustrated on that one. But ball fighting. I was a little worried right there. I was like, man, don't fight too hard. Don't give me a fumble. But we're going to come down now. I could just kneel and run the clock out. But I know he'd been chirping to me different times throughout this game. So I decided, let's see what he can do. He can start off with the onside. I'd go ahead and kick him the field goal. See if he can get down, get a quick score, and get the onside. And if I was to lose that way, then so be it. But, what I'm really hoping to accomplish is stopping him because I hadn't been doing that great on that. And boom! There's that drop hit on big hit. There's that drop pass. That's what we've been wanting the whole game. Right there once again. Tries to, looks like bullet pass that instead of lob it. So Phillips is able to get into the way. And right here we're going to come over. Boom! Another big hit. And that's going to pretty much do it. So I want to thank all you guys for checking out the video. This is one of the more gratifying wins for me, just because, the whole chirping thing. But I understand people are going to talk. People are going to talk to you. Like I said, I couldn't make out what he was saying. For the most part, there's a couple times that I could, but for the most part, I couldn't even make out what he was saying. But so here we go. I'm going to send him a message. Good game. Thanks for the game. This is what I try to do after each game, whether I win or lose. Today, in fact, I just got done playing the game a little bit ago. I had the lead. I made some bad mistakes second half. I sent the guy a message. Thanks for the game. Have a great night. And, that's what I like to do. His message to me is a little different. You're going to see that. So, saying that I'm trash. So, I'm showing this in real time. So, you know how I really do respond. Try to always be polite. So I was just going to wish him a good night. But I decided not to send the message because, I didn't want to carry on the conversation really. Maybe he would, start cursing at me or something. Sometimes I try to be polite and people just keep on going. So decided to just go ahead and end it. And that's going to end this video, guys. Thanks for checking it out. This is Preach Riley. Hasta luego.